wanted to get, you know, on the scoreboard real quick. But, of course, the wind was blowing for them just as bad as it was for us, you know, during the game. So the wind certainly was no excuse as far as the game was concerned.
All right, here we go. This is the kickoff, and Tom Rotello is going to make a nice run back to begin the football game.
Well, I thought our kickoff return was good all afternoon. We averaged 28 yards per kickoff return. Fine effort by Tommy right there. And we get the ball up past the 20-yard line, and we're in good field position right here.
Look at this catch.
This is a fine catch by Tyrone Jeffcoat. Great concentration on the ball. Troy read the coverage very, very well, and we had to idle down in there in between the coverage. But, you know, this certainly kills drives right here whenever we have a problem with the quarterback-center exchange, and that's something that we don't ever worry about in our offense. Great pressure right here by Ty Hankermer, and Runyon has to get rid of it. And, of course, you know, we're feeling each other out like every ball game in the early part of the game. Here's Pat Evans. Of course, again, I think they did a fine job. But, you know, John, we started our first two possessions with 1st and 15 and 1st and 20. And when you do that, boy, that's tough odds to overcome, especially at that end of the field.
You did have a number of early penalties, and I know that, like you said, puts you in a hole. Here's Wyoming back with the football, and they're going to go right up on top for the touchdown.
Well, to be honest, we had a little trouble with that lead option play all afternoon. Mike Tolliver made a nice catch, and then Tommy had to have an equipment adjustment right there, and we had a new player in the game, and, of course, he didn't squeeze down on the play enough, but we missed a tackle there in the open field, and they go up 7-0.
They really pursued well on the wishbone. There they are stopping Troy. Here's a big play.
Well, they did a fine job. They really did. And this was a big play in the ball game. And Troy's going to his outlet man right there. And defensive end barely gets up his hand. And Schoenbeck there just, you know, it's Johnny on the spot. And it falls right in his hands. And, of course, you know, he should have handed that ball to the official. And they get a personal foul call there. And it's going to help us and give us some pretty good field position.
Well, you've dug yourself into a hole. You're down 14-0. Great run here by Mark and a nice read by Troy.
Oh, and fine block there by Johnny Smith in the open field. Good job by Tyrone Jeffcoat downfield. But, you know, that was a big play, and that was a third down play. And you know, we were behind 14-0, but I knew our football team was capable of coming back. And, of course, here Troy reads the option very, very well, and Pat takes it in for our first score, and now we're back in the ball game.
We're back in 4 minutes still left in the first quarter. And they come back around to Coleman around the right side.
Well, that's Coleman. And, boy, their backs, I thought, you know, ran extremely well. Abraham, Coleman. But we missed a lot of tackles in that first half, John. And that's not like our defense. And, again, to be honest with you, I thought with the number of times that they threw that football that we'd probably get some interceptions yesterday, but we didn't. And it was just one of those days. But second half now, I really thought our defense played an outstanding football game.
Well, here we are in the second quarter. Johnny Smith.
What a great run by Johnny, and you know, a good read off the block there in the front, and we'd been running the option, and we came back with some misdirection. I think that helped us right there. Again, Troy reading the downfield coverage very, very well. They sunk underneath our pattern, and he knows he's got the outlet over there with Johnny Smith. This was a fine executed play, backside flag route we call it, and he gets it into Tyler Barth, and that's his first collegiate touchdown. I was real happy for him, and I thought we showed an awful lot of poise in that drive, John.
Certainly did, and you're only down by 3, and you've got the ball again, and Troy goes right back to work.
Well, we have a little breakdown right here, and again, we're trying misdirection passing right there, and you know, we've done a good job all the time, but a couple of times yesterday afternoon we did break down on our pass protection.
What about Mark Simon? What a day he had.
Hey, Mark had a great day. Kicked the ball for 48 yards per average, and of course, you know, daggone it, we outkicked them 9 yards and gained 9 yards every time we exchanged the ball. What a great day Mark had, kicking the ball into the wind.
This is your final drive before the end of the half, and I thought this was your best drive of the day.
We came off the 7-yard line, went 69 yards with the ball, and I thought Troy operated our 1-minute offense there. We had a big third down play there with Albert Booker on the option to the outside. Fine catch by Tyrone, gets the ball out of bounds, and now we've only got 6 seconds left. So we try the field goal, and of course we reluctant there to try a play because we thought it might run out of time. So we let Mike kick a 41-yard field goal, and he drilled it. And boy, you know, we go in halftime even.
So you're in at halftime, 17-17. What'd you tell the players?
Well, I told them, by goodness, we're going to get that dadgone ball, and we're going to take it, and we're going to score. And we're going to go ahead in this ball game, and we're not going to look from behind. Didn't work out quite that way.
Well, you're feeling pretty good, though. You've come back from a 14-0 deficit to tie the ball game. Let's go back out and take a look at that second half. Here we go, Coach. And you're going to kick off. You've got the wind, as you mentioned.
We've got the wind to start. We felt that was real important. Again, we want to try to get them down there. And, you know, our kickoff coverage was outstanding all afternoon. Fine hit right there. And I thought that we really did a good job. Held them less than 10 yards per kickoff return. Another fine job by John Steed and Terry Mackey inside right there. And our defense really played well the second half. Troy elects to keep the ball right here, and we get 5 yards, and now we're in third down and 5 right there, fourth down and 5, excuse me. And then we tried a 51-yard field goal, and certainly the ball was plenty long enough. We just hooked it a little bit to the side. This was a big play in the ball game. This was a 4th down and 1. We stop them, and we called for a personal foul on the play. And, of course, that gave them some new life, and they were able to get a first down, get them on down closer to the goal line, and they tried the marker kicks the field goal there. They get a first down, and, they were kicking against the wind, and that puts them up 3 points.
All right, here we go. They're going to kick off to you again. This is Booker. He's a fine young runner, shows a lot of speed, Coach.
Boy, this fine job. Now watch his acceleration when he sticks it up in there. Watch him punish. And he got 5 right there on his own after the first hit. And that's a sign of a good potential back right there. We get caught from behind right there from behind. That's no fault of Troy's. We just didn't do a very good job there of sealing the A gap. And, we'll get that corrected. That's no problem. Great hit right there by Chad Hennings. And I thought, we would have had more sacks, but at the same time, when they're throwing 1- and 3-step action back there and getting that ball out so quick, it's tough sometimes to get the sack.
Your defense really played well in the second half.
They really did. I thought, several times, though, that we ought to have had some interceptions. The ball hit our hand 3 or 4 times, and we didn't get it. We didn't do as good a job, John, in this ball game handling the punt as I'd like for us to do. Our judgment, I thought, was basically pretty good. But we didn't do a good job whenever we decided to, to take the ball, and we had some anxious moments there. Fortunately, we came up with the ball.
Still had some missed tackles, so they've got their backup quarterback in now.
That's exactly right, and I can't, say what a fine job that young man did when Runyon got hurt. They had some miscues just like we did, but yet at the same time, he really did a fine job, Wygant did.
Well, this is a big play here because you are going to get a turnover. We'll watch them go to Sargent, and then good pursuit. I know you didn't like to see the play, but you came up with the turnover.
Oh, great effort by E.J. Watch E.J. stripping there. Terry Mackey following the ball, comes up with a fumble recovery right there, and now we've got the ball in good field position with plenty of time on the clock, and all we got to do, is score. And again, we don't execute very well right here, and